There's always been that little bit of pride that existed here that allowed something just to have its time, find its feet and flourish if you gave it time.
This is something that the city could really rally around, and I feel like it really has.
We're just getting started. We're just getting started, I promise.
Back in Atlanta, I've been here a couple times this summer. You feel the energy, you feel the buzz around the city. But I wanted to figure out why and how this club has captured the essence, really, of the city, leading to this moment, the opening of their new home, ATL Rise Up.
So right now we're outside the dungeon. This is where it all happened. This is where Outkast, Goody Mob, Lumberjacks, they all got their start right here. How many buildings like this are gonna have, 12 platinum records come out of their basement? But this was the first time there was an Atlanta sound that was purely ours, that didn't sound like anything else or an attempt at something else. To me, Atlanta's such a special place. I grew up here, that why be just like everybody else? We have a chance here as a new club where, guess what, we have no history. We can do whatever we want and people have to go, okay, that's Atlanta. Power Football Atlanta United, it's from Outkast. It's the last part of the song that's actually Power Music Electric Revival. We ready, it's perfect, it's easy to sing, there's only 2 words.
Yeah, and you've seen a lot of the rappers now show up. Did that surprise you?
No, not at all. The minute you give somebody an exciting brand of anything in Atlanta, not only going to be there, but the winning is important, and then the winning with style, this is like the cherry on top.
Why do you think soccer and hip hop connect, particularly right here in Atlanta?
The style of it, it's a free-flowing game. There's no stopping. If you are a student of hip hop, you know that there are times when a basement like this when people would just get together over a beat and they would just go as long as they possibly could, passing the verse off from one person to the next. And that's the same thing you see on the field. Some moves are an inch away from breakdancing. Tifo, graffiti, it just crosses over on so many levels that hip hop and soccer are natural matches. I just think people have to, open their eyes a little bit to it.
Atlanta's too turned up, man.
The soccer team has come in here, sold out stadiums. Your whole crew's got Atlanta United jerseys on. Is it something that surprised you, or you could feel this building right here?
Man, it's dope to see. I didn't know it was coming, so I couldn't feel the building, but it's dope to see.
What made you want to get involved in a soccer project?
And it just sounded cool to me because it was a new thing and it was a new team. And just to see all this synergy and, and positive energy around something so new in the city, it just reminded me of Ear Drummers when we first started off, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Atlanta soccer team. It's just man, for it to be an idea, and then we have this big stadium and then sold out games and all that. It's just it's growing, man, so it's dope.
Get a second chance to start a franchise. But hey, who would have thought 2.5 years ago that there'll be more supporters in 2018 at Atlanta United in this stadium than there will be Falcons? And that's where everyone's now sitting up and taking notice.
I played in MLS during a time where we played in NFL stadiums, but there was only a small little portion of people maybe in the corner. This is now built to a place to where this is a soccer specific and NFL specific, I guess dual specific sport model for a stadium.
The corner seats were tracked, so that lets us get a full size 75-yard width pitch in. The curtains that downsize the upper bowl, again, it makes it feel like a different stadium. We have the whole side of the stadium that's just Atlanta United. So our locker room is only ours. It's not the away team dressing room for the American football that we just use for our matches. We have a whole section. Supporter section is behind the goal there, you can see it. We've built the capo stand above the 2 corporate boxes. So another good example, that's 2 corporate boxes. We bought out those corporate boxes. So we said, no, it's more important for us that we have the facilities for our supporters. So we built that. The ironic thing for us was we thought Bobby Dodd was going to be difficult. We called it internally Project Lemonade. How can we turn these lemons into lemonade? And then we got to the scenario where everyone was almost getting misty-eyed about Bobby Dodd and will the Mercedes-Benz be as good? We almost did too good a job on creating the lemonade, but what you've got here with this stadium, we can just take it up to that next level.
My lifestyle is far out.
I played 5 years all over the place, 3 years in Chicago, a season in Kansas City. So I would tell my friends at home about what I was doing, and they had no way of really following me because I wasn't even playing much, or our games weren't on TV. So it's cool to come back here and have all my friends at the games and see people out that I know that I haven't seen in a long time, and they ask me what I'm doing, and I'm telling them that I'm playing for the local professional team. So it's been special, man. It's been really cool, especially the way that the city has really embraced the team.
You grew up where? In Decatur?
Decatur.
Okay.
Happiness is not being afraid. It's a Roy Keane quote.
Why'd you get that?
He was a hard-nosed player and someone that just worked his tail off, and kind of see myself as the same guy that kind of keeps his head down and works hard and tries to improve and learn from the guys around him. And he's someone that I look up to in that sense. So I knew Tata Martino was going to be the coach. I knew we had signed some really exciting young players, a few MLS vets. And from afar, I was like, well, this team is going to compete right away. There's really no question about it. And I knew the ownership. I'm a huge Falcons fan. My dad's had season tickets since, I think, 84 or 86. So I knew that Arthur Blank was going to do a good job with this team. It's really cool to share that stadium, and we're just fortunate to have good ownership and people that really invest in the teams.
I've heard this is the local spot to check out.
Yeah, it's that fire, man. It's got everything you want.
I want to do the jerk chicken meal. Are you doing the same thing?
No, I mean, is that what you're known for? That's the best thing to get?
Yeah, that's the name.
All right, I'll do it.
I like this. It says, never trust a skinny cook.
That's why you don't cook, Kalen. You'd be the worst cook ever.
Can't wait to check you guys out.
Yeah, it's going to be good, man. I think, I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Not yet, man. I'm so excited to go down there.
All right, yeah, we got to get you out there.
You guys did a training session there, right?
Yeah, it was cool.
I heard it was 20,000 people or something?
Yeah, there were a lot. It was, I mean, there were a ton of people. And I think, you know, we stayed like an hour after signing autographs. Just the whole thing was full, 3-4 rows deep, just signing. And even like 2 hours after we had showered and changed and eaten, trying to leave, people were still in there waiting.
All right, guys, you ready?
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jerk sauce, barbecue sauce, one hot sauce.
You don't
This is
need
the
hot
jerk
sauce on
sauce?
jerk chicken, do you?
It's not very spicy.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, thanks so much. Wow.
If anything, I got free lunch out of this, so.
Almiron was busy.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to get a helmet for this interview.
Mine has been bronzed.
As
It's at my desk in New York.
It's a lot of languages spoken.
How's your Spanish game coming on?
It's muy bien. Muy bien.
You're in trouble in the locker room.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't even try. This is dressed up. I dressed up for you today.
Thank you. I was gonna say this is
I wore
nice.
jeans and a
Are those
t-shirt.
socks?
This is socks.
Wow.
I didn't tie my shoes, but it's an incredible place, man. The facilities. I don't want to knock on the places I've been, but just the practice facility, you're gonna laugh. There's a sauna in the locker room. Like, there's just little things that some people would say that's not that big a deal, but when you've been trying to.
The locker room was the sauna.
When you're trying to, yeah, it was the sauna in Houston, and you're fighting rats for bagels in the morning. It's a little nice to have a prepared breakfast by a well-known chef.
Also helping out with the academy. What's that like?
It's a bright future for kids in Atlanta, that's for sure. There'll be a lot of kids coming out of here years to come. I think with the way they have it set up, it's going to help these kids learn how to play out of the back, kind of the way the team does. They kind of have an identity they want to create, and and the players have to get on board with that, and it's just going to make them better.
We're right in the heart of downtown Atlanta.
5 points. That's the center. That's the center. Yeah.
Atlanta United is also a partner of you guys, putting a huge investment into building this station, which I think is the only one in the world in an actual public subway station.
Yeah. A big shout out to Uncle Arthur, is what we call him.
You guys are close like that, huh?
No, I'm saying we love him. We love him. But it's just used to be dead. Like, used to be the nastiest place ever. And then just start seeing more things happening. Like, what are they building? And then one day in like October, November last year, boom, full soccer field. With the soccer team, he had a vision to build morale. And I guess this was a part of the project. So to invest in soccer, especially youth soccer, he set up Atlanta United not just for its inaugural season, but for 10, 20, 30 years.
One of the things you hear about is access to soccer fields in Atlanta. Maybe they were way out in the suburbs, but not a lot of opportunities for kids, especially within urban environments.
You're right, there wasn't a place to play. And this is kind of shocking because it was quick. Like, you got a soccer field and there was people here in the same week. So people wanted it here. So like, that means that people were looking for it. MARTA is a part of their culture. They know MARTA. So for them to come here, they can be proud of it. It's like, yeah, my city that I've been living in since I grew up built something, not just for me, but for all of us, that we could all come and use. And I think that's crazy good. The community has something to look forward to now. And for these kids, when they come every Sunday and see it, it's attainable. It used to just always be a dream, like, yeah, you can go play. But now they're like, yeah, it's right here. We can go play.
I have one friend who was here, Atlanta United personnel, came out and scouted him. And it turns out he's in the academy now.
Congrats, see? Exposure.
Yeah.
Exposure. Soccer in the Streets did a really good job of exposing talent that wouldn't have been seen
Just
before.
uniting that one big talent.
What do they say, unite and conquer?
Unite and conquer. That's it.
South underway in front of a packed house in a building that I think we're going to be seeing a lot of in the years to come. Going to take it quickly in for Carmona. Back for Almiron, in swinger from him, flicked along to the backside, and it's in! It's Leandro Gonzalez Perez! First goal in this stadium, first goal of the day for Atlanta. Villalba on the deck for Martinez, let it go for Garza! What a tremendous step over. A resounding victory. Big day for soccer in the South, on and off the field here in this new stadium.
It was all a dream, and look where we are now. From Bobby Dodd Stadium to graduating to this moment, to this stadium, the biggest stage in the league. ATLians coming together from all different points, through the subway stations and into the stadium, and doing it their way, putting on for the culture and defining what Atlanta soccer culture can be for themselves. Now, a lot of people never thought this moment would come, but ATL, oh yeah, we ready.
After so many years of people saying, oh, Atlanta's not a sports town, their fans don't care, I just got fed up with it and I needed to show people I'm here.
Traditions make it so that you want to know the history.
It's solidifying the bond between the players and the fans.
Like that's when all the partying done culminates in that moment where we hammer in that spike, ATL, and we're just ready to go.
Railroads are absolutely the beginning and the end of the story of Atlanta.
We know that Atlanta started as a railroad hub and it's still a transportation hub. And the teams are really intentional about making sure that Atlanta culture is represented. It's part of this experience.
If you understand the Golden Spike, you really understand the mission and the message of Atlanta United. About 90 minutes before kick, you can expect to see this big golden spike right outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The first people to sign it is the team, so as the guys get off the bus, they'll sign it, and then after that, it's open up to everybody.
You are part of the game, and the spike connects you as you walk in with that.
Each supporter group does provide a representative to carry the golden spike for each match. Tracy got to carry the spike.
I was nervous that I was going to drop it.
I don't want to drop it. That was like the most important thing in my mind at that time.
It's something that you realize you're all going to remember essentially forever.
We all are unified once we walk into Mercedes-Benz. We are one at that point.
Well done, one of the great traditions of this fine club. The hammering in of the golden spike.
And it's always a surprise who's going to hammer it in.
So my favorite was Big Boy from Outcast. Second favorite probably Evander Holyfield.
T-Pain.
In the ranks of the people who have done it, I can put my name there, but the best part about that was having my friends and the people I love behind me cheering me on and, you know, saying ATL extra loud when I hit it.
Attacked by Parker, it's almost going to fall for Martinez. Martinez finishes!
So at the end of the game, the golden spike winner, he'll make his way over to the supporters and he'll hammer in the little spike, and then he also gets to take one home.
To me, it closes each chapter, each game is its own page, and it closes that, and it's powerful.
That tradition keeps it very much alive in the eyes of the public.
It's us being able to find one common thread, and now we need to figure out how to maintain that.
There's no one image of a fan. Everybody is welcome from every walk of life.
For me as African American, this isn't something I have to feel like I'm excluded from. I just like that they embrace the culture of the city, and that was really important to me.
We are, guys, the payoff, what we've all been waiting for. What are you looking for?
Well, you can't come to Mercedes-Benz Stadium or Atlanta without talking about the 70,000 people who are going to be here. And this is a city that deserves this occasion. The financial investment of the ownership, the emotional investment of the fans. It is a group of people and a city that deserves this occasion. On the field, there are going to be special moments tonight, whether it's a save, whether it's a goal, whether it's a move. I'm excited to see who does that big moment and how it comes.
We knew it would be special in there. We knew that the crowd was going to bring it. I had said before the game that I thought it was going to be the biggest MLS game that I've ever played in.
There was a different flair to this game. You could different feel to it. You could sense it. You go in the stadium, you actually see the away supporters there as well, and you just see all the fans being really so emotionally invested already, like a few hours before the game, which it definitely had a different feel to it.
This MLS Cup is Atlanta's to lose because Atlanta is the MLS Super Club. It's not LA, it's not Seattle, it's not New York. This is the club by which all others are measured. There is as many people that love this team as hate this team, and what they have done over the last 2 years is remarkable in terms of the level of relevancy, the level of success that they have had on and off the field. But now they need that exclamation point. I'm telling you right now, Atlanta is a better team than Portland. I know it, Atlanta knows it, and guess what? Portland knows it. But Atlanta, you gotta take it. You have to take it and give this city the title that they are craving, because you know what? Portland is not gonna give it up without a fight.
Hold nothing back. The season's over. This is the last game of the season. You're playing the biggest game of your life, biggest game of your career for most of these guys. What I would tell them is, don't take it for granted, because these moments do not come around often. I played in one MLS Cup final in 13 years. We lost, and now I haven't been back. And it's very difficult to get back. In professional sports, getting to finals sometimes is the hardest part.
MLS Cup 2018 between Atlanta United and the Portland Timbers in front of more than 70,000 fans here in the South is underway.
The first 5-10 minutes, I think, were very, obviously, it's a final, it's very, very emotional, and people, both teams weren't at their best at that time, it's just a lot of feeling each other out, and then you kind of go from there.
Gressel down behind the play. Garza saved the cross in. Almiron looking for the overhead. Antonella able to make the save and knock it away.
I remember we had them pinned in deep in their end of the field. Their striker had checked to the ball, and they didn't have anybody else really up high, so I was free to go with him and then try and pin them in. And so he had a few yards on me, but his first touch was a little bit heavy. We had seen on film, and I even talked to Brad before the game, that when he checks, he likes to turn to his right. And so I figured he would, so I was on his right shoulder. I saw him look that way, and I knew he was going to try and lay it off, so I just slid to try and block the pass. And from there, we're fortunate that it lands at the best goal scorer's feet in MLS history.
Good tackle by Parker. It's almost going to fall for Martinez. Antonella trying to get there. Martinez finishes the giveaway at the back. The opening goal of MLS Cup 2018.
It had to be him, didn't it? It had to be Joseph Martinez.
About a half a second, I thought, okay, surely he's going to be offsides. He can't be that wide open and have the ball at his feet. So he's going to get called for offsides. Linesman kept his flag down, and then at that point I knew Joseph would take care of business and do what he always does, and put the ball in the back of the net.
Parkhurst reads it, he makes the challenge. Ridgewell can't get there then. And then there's the calm, there's the composure from Josef Martinez, and that is why he has 34 goals this season, because it just slows down for him in these moments.
A lot of tough memories from MLS Cups before. Yeah, really painful memories.
Houston has won the 2006 MLS Cup. And for the third consecutive season, the New England Revolution go home heartbroken. That is it. Cascadia reigns. It's a first for the Timbers, a first for the Pacific Northwest.
You don't know how many opportunities you're gonna get, and you know, after 2015, I thought maybe, you know, that was my last chance.
Lo que pasa es que antes de comenzar el partido yo le dije a Miguel que el partido lo ganaba él, que tenía que disfrutar este partido, puede ser uno de los últimos que íbamos a estar dentro. Le agradecí por todo el año que tuvimos, le agradecí por todo, por su amistad y que por favor me hiciera salir campeón.
Retzel and Almiron looking to test Jeff Antonella. Has made one save tonight. Retzel to fake this time. Almiron swinging in. Martinez on the backside, a goal! Well, never mind your Martinez's and your Almirons. How about right back Franco Escobar putting Atlanta 2 up?
I saw the ball go in from Miguel, and I actually said, as the ball was in the air, I knew it was going to get to Josef. I thought Josef was going to score the goal. I actually said, as the ball was in the air, I said, goal. To Miguel, I was like, goal, or golazo, or something. And he ended up just flicking it on, and Franco was, you know, right there, perfect, you know, obviously.
Lo que pasa es que yo pensé que la pelota iba a entrar, o la pelota iba al arco. Pero después vi la repetición y la pelota iba afuera. Entonces, nada, Franquito ha estado siempre en los momentos indicados, en el momento preciso y más cuando se necesita.
The first goal was big in the sense that it gave us, it unlocked them a little bit, but gave us that belief and that positive feeling. The second goal was huge because it kind of solidified our, you know, stance in the game in terms of being 2 goals up at home with the crowd that we had. The dream started to become a reality at that point, I think.
73,019, a cup record, a playoff record, an overall record. They got their phones out with the lights. This is special.
It must have been the 94th minute. I saw the ref say, there's 1 more minute. And at that point, it was like, it hit me where it's like, oh, we got this, you know, we won. Like, I finally got it. So when he blew the whistle, it was just such relief, such joy, a combination of the two.
In front of a record crowd at the end of a record-setting year, Atlanta United, in just their 2nd year of existence, have won MLS Cup.
In 2 years, Atlanta United has changed the trajectory for sports in this city. There is a positivity, there is just a quality, and there is a never say die attitude that I think we've always looked for, right? You know, you never felt like tonight, once this team got going, there wasn't a whole lot to be afraid of, was there? confident performance from Atlanta United. Tata Martino wins the final. A lot of people said he couldn't win a final. Michael Parkhurst wins the final. 5th time at MLS Cup, Michael Parkhurst wins that final. And what might be Miguel Almiron's last time here, he goes out as a champion as well. Unbelievable performance in the final. Atlanta United gave you championship.
I actually ran over to Parky, you know, first, our captain and the guy that's been so valuable to me as a person, as a as a player, as a teammate. You know, I've leaned on him quite a bit, and he's been amazing. And you know, after having lost 4 MLS Cups, I think he's a guy that deserves this really more than anybody else.
To be a part of this team, this club. To be able to give a championship, a major championship to the city of Atlanta, nobody can ever take that away from us.
Espero que nosotros nos recuerden como los héroes.
Just an incredible feeling to be in the locker room, to celebrate, to taste the champagne, pop the bottles, and celebrate with the guys. I had heard it in previous MLS Cups through the walls, and wanted to know what that felt like. So to be able to experience it last night was special. It's a night I'll never forget.
Want to see some more of this? Check out these goals over here. Hit subscribe to get all of our videos.